uma companhia, já o sindicato já está dentro. Não é como aqui que tem a opção de escolha. E por causa deste sindicato, a nossa companhia faliu, porque tivemos muitos problemas com eles e graças a eles eu estou aqui hoje, a minha companhia fechou no Brasil. Então, o meu medo é que essa companhia entre, esse sindicato entre aqui para dentro e acabe estragando as facilidades que a gente tem aqui. E eu quero que todos, tanto brasileiro como americano ou hispano que trabalhem na FedEx, pare e reflita no que está fazendo. Então pare e reflita no que vai fazer na hora que tiver que votar. Reflita bem, para não fazer a coisa errada. Vote contra a união, porque eu acredito que não vai ser bom para nós.
The thing I like delivering the most is I get out, I get to be outside, which is what I love, and I just get to run around. Oh, I think this, as far as myself, my family, for the future, I think it's gonna be great as long as it stays non-union.
Well, when I first initially came here, I came with the notion that I'm going to be an independent contractor. It gives me flexibility. It gives me freedom. I mean, I have responsibilities. You know, I have packages I have to deliver, and I'll do my best to deliver every package, every day, and I think that's important. I think that's part of being a partner.
My customers, a lot of them I'm on first-name basis with. They know me. They wave me outside, not just bring them a package. I'll see them on the street, and they'll give me a wave. I am people-oriented, and I feel like I'm accomplishing something by meeting these people and bringing them their stuff. There's a lot of people I see, especially the elderly. They meet you with a smile because they've been waiting all day for this package, and when they see you, it's kind of rewarding to say, oh, I made that guy's day.
The reason I came to FedEx is to own my own business and work for myself and have my own employees. When I go to FedEx, I own multiple routes, I have my own drivers, and grow my business. Service is very important to me. I know my customers by name. I know where they want their packages and when they want their packages. By knowing my customers, it helps out because that's how we grow our business. It's by knowing the customers and knowing their needs.
I wanted to come to FedEx to become an independent contractor because there's a lucrative market in this type of business to expand your business to certain other areas, add more trucks, add more routes, grow your customer base, and have good interaction with your customers. My name is Richard Letson, and I own STL Transportation. I named STL Transportation for my daughter. Her name is Sonia Doris Letson. That's why I named STL Transportation.
Do you want to exchange your independence and unlimited personal opportunities for what amounts to just another hourly wage or salaried job? A job with an organization led by union politicians and people who are unable to successfully operate their own business or have their own self-serving agenda? If your answer is no, vote no to the Teamsters on Wednesday, February 22nd. The sky's the limit when it comes to growing your business. Keep it that way. Don't get tied down. Keep one team. Vote no to the union on Wednesday, February 22nd.
You're watching the FedEx home delivery business model in action. A model that depends on dedicated, hard-working people. People who own and operate their own businesses, take pride in serving their customers and having the opportunity to grow their businesses, and enjoy working for themselves. people who know that they will be financially rewarded for their time and effort. These are business-minded people, business owners, focused on taking advantage of every opportunity, finding ways to grow and expand their businesses, providing first-class service to their customers. These are people who know how the FedEx home delivery independent contractor business model works and how it works for them.
Here in Boston, well, we knew the business model worked. This terminal just got off track. There were some things that went on that shouldn't have. Things got screwed up. But now things are different. Now a new management team is in place, and things are getting back right. Back to the time-tested, proven business model. Today, though, there are a few people who have another agenda, something personal. So they want to change things. Change what you know works. Things that have worked well and benefited thousands of independent contractors nationwide. They want you to vote in a union. Become a unionized worker. Tell you what to do and keep you from running your own business the way you want to. So now, you have to make a decision on what's right for you. Not them, you.
When you have a big decision to make, it's best to look beyond the hype. Check out facts and compare results. Make an informed decision. FedEx Home Delivery and its independent contractors have a track record, a proven record of success. The Teamsters Union has a track record, but with different results. Compare the two, FedEx Home Delivery versus the Teamsters. As FedEx Home Delivery contractors, you are your own bosses. You make opportunities to grow your own business. You set your own schedules and manage your business. You decide when to run your own route or employ someone to run it for you. You want to come in early and get your route done with time to spare, you do it. If you want to use a substitute driver one day, or maybe have someone else deliver a late package, that's your decision. You can make that happen. You are in charge of your routes. You make those decisions. Teamster members do not make those decisions. Teamster members do not set the rules or decide how they operate or the hours that they work. Union members are told how to deliver, when to deliver, and how long to deliver every single day. They don't have the flexibility to have someone run their route. And they don't have the opportunity to grow or expand a business to increase their income. Currently, FedEx Home Delivery contractors own their own routes. Under rigid Teamster rules, things could be different. If you were assigned routes based on seniority, like most Teamster members, those who have been at the Boston terminals the longest might get their choice of routes. Maybe you could get bumped off your route. As a contractor, you have the potential to increase your business, take on additional routes. And what about the tax differences? As a union member, your taxes would be taken out of your paycheck by the government before you even see the money. You're not in control anymore. More government forms you'll have to file, more government eyes on you and your business. The Teamsters recently sent you a letter boasting that they would negotiate for strong contract language and work rules set in stone. Was that really a good thing? Do you really want to be stuck under the same work rules as the guy in the truck next to you?
When a union tries to get a contract through collective bargaining, everything goes on the table. Settlements? Absolutely. Everything becomes fair game for negotiation. Some people think that collective bargaining automatically gets them more money and other things. But that's just not true. There are no guarantees. What you get could go up, could go down, or stay the same. The National Labor Relations Board made this very clear when they ruled that there is no obligation on the part of a company to contract to continue all existing settlement terms nor is it an unfair labor practice for a company to offer less money than we receive now. That's the law. There's just no guarantee you'll get a better deal. None. You could lose. Big time. Oh, and add this little fact to your list. People have tried to bring a union into FedEx home and ground delivery before. 44 times. Yeah, 44 times, as far back as the RPS days. The Teamsters have instigated elections at terminals like here in Boston. How many did they win? Only 2. And here's what happened in those 2 isolated cases.
March 1987, Teamster Local 299, Jimmy Hoffa's old local, organizes Detroit's RPS terminal, promising big settlement increases, improved benefits, job protection, and more. The contractors now looked to the Teamsters, expecting them to deliver on their campaign promises. But the union does not deliver. December 1988, 20 months after the election, and still no contract. At all the other terminals, RPS continues to improve contractor settlements. But not in Detroit. Detroit contractor settlements remain frozen. Frozen at 1986 levels because under federal labor law, a company cannot make changes without first bargaining with the union. 6 months later, the contractors send a withdrawal petition to the Teamsters. We want Local 299 to withdraw. There is no response from the union. July 18th, 1991. Detroit contractors present the union another withdrawal petition. It could not have been plainer. We do not want to be represented by the Teamsters.
For 4 long years, the Teamsters represented the Detroit terminal. This is what they achieved.
The Teamsters promised us this: we're going to be Teamster members, we're going to get benefits, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. We never got anything but aggravation as far as I'm concerned. I mean, 4 or 5 years we couldn't get a raise. All the other RPS employees got raises for their packages, for their stops. We couldn't get any because we were with the Teamsters. They had to negotiate it. Every time they wanted to negotiate with the company, they never showed up. They promised and promised. Nothing ever came of it. And this kept going on for a year or 2. And a lot of drivers were really getting upset about it. And we all kicked in, I think it was $35 or $40 a piece to hire an attorney, so the Teamsters would let us go. And about a month after that, they let us go.
Huntsville, Alabama, June 1987. The Teamsters are voted in to represent the 10 ground contractors. The Teamsters never negotiate a contract. Eventually, the union simply walks away, abandoning the contractors.
Even if a union did get in here and collective bargaining began, things wouldn't happen overnight. Negotiations can take months, even years. Fact is, during the first year following an election, unions successfully negotiate agreements only 25% of the time. 75% fail to even negotiate an agreement within the first year. Remember, too, that during negotiations, contractor settlements are frozen at the status quo, frozen by law until both sides reach an agreement. That could mean no changes for, well, for a long time. So let's review. What can a union do for you? It can take away your right to make decisions, to speak for yourselves, to run your business as you see fit. What else can a union do? It can strike.
Since 1989, the Teamsters have called more than 1,470 strikes involving almost 500,000 workers. That's an average of more than 1 strike a week for 17 years. More than 90 strikes every year. A study by the National Institute for Labor Relations shows that the Teamsters Union has been America's most violent union, with 1,456 reported acts of violence. including some against their own members. August 1997. The Teamsters call a nationwide strike against UPS. Rod Carter, UPS driver and dues-paying Teamster member, chooses to continue working, saying, "My family is more important than a union or UPS." Within hours, Carter and his wife received a threatening phone call, later traced to the home of a Teamster official. The next day, while running his route, 6 Teamster goons dragged Carter from his truck at a stoplight, punching, kicking, and beating him while yelling racial slurs. One stabs him 6 times with an ice pick. While Carter was recovering in the hospital, the Teamster Union paid the cost of bailing his attackers out of jail.
One of the biggest things Teamsters like to promise is job security. Check the facts for yourself.
In 1987, Teamster membership stood at 1.9 million. By 2005, that number was not even 1.3 million. That's a loss of over 600,000 Teamster jobs gone. St. Johnsbury truck closed. 3,000 Teamster jobs lost. Consolidated Freightway closed. 14,500 Teamsters jobs lost. Churchill Truck Line closed. 1,500 Teamsters jobs lost. USF Red Star closed. 2,000 Teamsters jobs lost. Preston Truck closed. 4,000 Teamsters jobs lost. Pilot Freight closed. 2,000 jobs lost. ANR Advance closed. 1,400 jobs lost.
The Teamsters like to talk about how they take care of their members. The dues the Teamster members pay are supposed to ensure that they'll be protected and given everything they've got coming to them. Once more, the record tells a different story.
At Comco Graphics over in Devens, Massachusetts, employees voted the Teamsters out after the union failed to deliver on its pie-in-the-sky campaign promises. Same thing happened in 2005 at Waste Management in Stoughton. At New Bedford Seafoods, workers saw wage and benefit rollbacks, so they kicked out the Teamsters too. At Shaw Frozen Foods, the Teamsters negotiated wage reductions. And at Brittany Dyeing and Printing in New Bedford, the Teamsters negotiated benefit concessions.
Collecting money, though, has been a top issue for Local 25. William Green from East Boston was told by Local 25 shop steward that there would be a $250 membership fee. 3 months later, the union reneged and upped the fee to $800. Eric Borgman of UPS filed legal charges because Local 25 made him pay double initiation fees and then refused to refund his overpayment. Remember, this is your money, or it would be if you became a dues-paying union member. But that's not the end of the story.
George W. Cashman, president of Teamster Local 25, recently pled guilty to embezzling union funds. He took $72,000 of members' money. He also pocketed more than $1,000 a month in kickbacks. Teamster bosses tried to make excuses for Cashman, but the feds put Cashman in jail.
There are roughly 1